Now, the Scottish Government has backtracked on plans to scrap the legal requirement to wear face masks. The rules were expected to change next week, but in the last few hours, Nicola Sturgeon said that will be put on hold. Alan Jenkins is here to tell us more. Alan, why the change in tack?
Hi Tessa, well, to put it simply, there has been a big jump in COVID cases here. Put it this way, 3 weeks ago in Scotland there was an average of almost 7,000 cases a day. Now it is an average of 12,000 COVID cases in Scotland, and that has played a part in this move, or rather lack of movement, when it comes to face coverings. Next week in Scotland, almost all of Scotland's remaining COVID laws will be lifted, apart from those to do with wearing a face covering in public places, in public transport. Nicola Sturgeon saying that will stay in place, asking people to be patient for a little longer.
The exception relates to the requirement to wear face coverings on public transport and in certain indoor settings. Given the current spike in case numbers, we consider it prudent to retain this requirement in regulation for a further short period. We will review it again in 2 weeks before the Easter recess, and our expectation now is that this regulation will convert to guidance in early April.
Now, opposition MSPs have said Nicola Sturgeon should trust the Scottish public more and turn laws into just guidance. Now, people may be wondering why Scotland has had this big jump in cases when it has some of the strictest restrictions, or had some of the strictest restrictions across the UK. Well, a public health expert says that's partly to do with the emergence of this highly transmissible subvariant of Omicron.
I think the reason for the high case numbers at the moment is that we have more of BA2, the sublineage of Omicron, than, for example, England overall. And we may also have lower levels of protection from previous infection in some age groups in Scotland. So that seems to be what's driving it. We've seen a similar phenomenon in Northern Ireland.
And Alan, free testing continues, I understand.
Yeah, Tessa, well, Nicola Sturgeon a few weeks ago had said she wanted to uphold the principle of free testing, especially after it was announced that testing wouldn't be free in England from the 1st of April. Well, confirmation today that that will continue in Scotland until the end of April, with people who have symptoms encouraged to continue going for PCR tests. At the end of April, though, that will stop here in Scotland with a more targeted approach to testing.